A lot of people want me to touch on, sex with a narcissist. So, was it that good, or was it your only connection? Because I get a lot of people when I'm talking to them one-on-one, they say it's like the sex was amazing or whatever. And I always ask them, I was like, was it that good, or was it your only connection? Because a lot of times when you deal with a narcissist, physical intimacy becomes the only connection that you have. Because, narcissists like to withhold affection. Narcissists like to withhold, kindness and care and compliments and things like that. So if that is the only connection that you have, it's always going to seem better than what it actually is. So is it the best sometimes? Yeah, it can't be. But I always say, ask yourself, is it that good, or is it literally your only connection to this person? Because I hear it a lot. They say, well, we never struggled in that department whenever we did it.
What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am self-aware diagnosed narcissist Lee Hammock, and I use my platform to raise awareness for narcissistic personality disorder, get more people into therapy, and also, while doing that, validate the victims and survivors of said disorder. This series right here is dedicated to just taking my TikToks and my YouTube shorts and making them longer. They are 60 seconds or less. This is going to be longer than 60 seconds, of course. The video you just watched was about, how you said it, was sex and narcissists. Like, was it that good, or was it your only connection? Because a lot of times when you're dealing with narcissists, yeah, could it be that good? Yes, it could definitely be that good. Let's just be realistic. It could be very, very good, intimacy. But is that also your only connection? Because sometimes if that's your only connection, it actually makes it better as well. You know what I mean? I know people in the comment section on my TikTok and my Instagram are like literally going crazy. They're just like, yeah, it was that good. It was worth staying extra 3 years and wasting my time in life because I got my cheeks clapped to no end. It was better than the hub. I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, you happy to waste your time because you got some extra cheek clapping for a couple years? Like, yikes. Yikes. But it will make you go crazy because, like I said, if that's your own, because, a lot of times in narcissistic relationships, it starts off hot and heavy. It's super passionate, super intimate, super everything. Everything is going, just as fast as possible. Everything is going just, it's like a locomotive on a train track. Like, it just chugga 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 chugga, cheek clap. Literally everything is going fast. It's doing it everywhere, 5-6 times a day. You just don't stop it. But then you have to also realize and ask yourself, like, is this the only connection that y'all have? Because when you're dealing with that narcissist, a lot of times they start to devalue you. They start to withdraw the love, affection, and caring and things like that. They start to take it away. And then they don't even touch you no more. They don't tell you that they love you anymore. There's no physical intimacy at all. Barely any. So they do it. You used to go do it once or twice a day. Now it's once or twice a month. Once every 2 months. Some people, I'm talking to some people over Zoom doing my one-on-ones, and it'll be like once a year, twice a year. I'm like, Jesus Christ. They just like, if we do it twice a year, that's too many times. Like, this person does not touch me ever. We haven't. And some people, like the older couples, some of them haven't done it in 10 years, 15 years. But they stayed together. And I'm telling you right there, that's one of the things that creates narcissists right there. That creates generational curses because people stay together because the Bible tells them to, or society tells them that they need to stay together. Like, divorce is such a terrible thing. When you've been together for 15 years, you've been together for 25, 30 years, and you just need to go ahead and you got this long into it. Go ahead and stick it out. Be sad for the rest of your life because society tells you that you need to be sad for the rest of your life because you said you're gonna get married, so you can't get divorced. You see how that works, y'all? People are dictating how you live your life, like, and that's how, like, my grandma and my grandpa stayed together for 60 years. But if you peel back the layer, they ain't slept together in 25. They just hate each other. They're just living in the same house with the heat on 105. You know how grandma's houses be hot as hell. That's probably why now I think about it, that's probably why the houses be hot. They be trying to cook your grandpa. Try to get him to leave. Trying to make the house hot, but trying to make the house uncomfortable so they'll leave. But you see how that works, though. Like I said, in narcissists, it becomes a power play. It does become a power play. Do narcissists like doing it? Yes. Sometimes narcissists, we like doing it. Like most other human beings, we like engaging in physical intimacy, engaging in that act. But sometimes it is a power trip to be able to say no to your significant other, to be able to, have them fiend for you and you deny them. That's a power trip. Especially if you're beautiful, you think you're dealing with a beautiful person. You're like, He's like, I want you tonight. I'm like, I'm tired. But you're not really tired. You're like, yes, I said no. Yes. I'm in control. Yes. That's as simple as it is. I know you're like, Lee, that's sick. I agree. It is sick. How the mind works. It's a mind game. It's a mind thing. It really, really is. So that's when you're dealing with people like that, when you're dealing with situations like that, I just feel like you have to stay strong and remain in your peace. Because, and like, if you want to leave, sometimes you got to leave. Sometimes if you want to go back, get your life back together like that, sometimes you actually have to pack your stuff up and dip out. Because if you don't, you're pretty much just saying you're okay with the current treatment, or the current level of treatment. You're saying that you're okay with it. You just are. You say you're okay with doing it once or twice a month. You okay with getting hugged, no hugs and stuff like that. And on the flip side of it too, sometimes y'all, narcissists don't like, sometimes it does get to the point where it's kind of like tired, like we don't need it. I remember sometimes I could go like a month or two, it's just like, I'd be so just immersed into my life that I wouldn't even think about doing it. I'd be like, man, I'd realize, hey, we did it in like 2 months. Yeah, we haven't done it in like a few months. Like, Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? And it would confuse people. It would blow my mind. It would blow people's mind. It would blow my mind, because now that I sit here and think about it, I was like, damn, I cannot believe we went 2 months without doing it just because I didn't feel like it. Like, sometimes I didn't feel like it. It wasn't a power thing. It wasn't a control thing. It just like my mind had blanked out from wanting to do that. And also because, you know, the hub is there. You don't know what the hub is. The corn hub was there. So a lot of narcissistic people are addicted to the corno, because corno is, you know, it's easy access, it's control. You can imagine doing stuff that you probably wouldn't do with your significant other. Your significant other might not be into that type of stuff, so you can imagine doing it with them or somebody else, you know, and things like that. Sometimes they just don't want to do it. Sometimes when it comes to sex and narcissists, they just don't want to do it with you. Sometimes it's you they don't want to do it with. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just you. They're not physically or emotionally attracted to you anymore. They're just detached from you. That's how it goes sometimes. It's just like, and they probably look at you like that too. They probably look at you like you're disgusting to them, like you don't mean anything to them, like you nasty, like you're a vile person, like you just so filthy, like, ooh, I cannot believe I'm touching you and let you touch me. I cannot believe it. Literally, that's how the mind works. And they'll be like that for like a month, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they'll come in the kitchen and jump on you. It's weird. I'm telling you, my mind would just go on and off to it. It was like sometimes I did feel like a robot. The narcissistic robot here to hurt you, and I'm a narcissistic robot here to clap your cheeks systematically and not, you know what I mean? Literally, I would just sometimes it's like a switch would go off, and I would want to do it, and then the switch would come on, and I would not want it. It's just weird, y'all. I wish I could get y'all inside my mind and let y'all see it. You know what I mean? But sometimes like that's just how it goes. So again, I ask you, was it that good, or was it the only connection? And either or, is it worth staying for? Because sometimes you get attached to it, and I'm talking to my wife about this. Like, this was one of her things back in the past when we thought we were gonna break up. She just couldn't imagine me doing it with somebody else. She's like, that was one of the things that would make her like head hurt and make her withdraw into herself. It's just the thought of me doing it with somebody else, which is crazy. But yeah, I hope this helped. I hope this video brings you some peace. I hope it brings you some closure. I'm super thankful for y'all. I really truly appreciate every single one of y'all. Like, subscribe for more. Mental Illness is out. Peace.